Okay, guys, so I'm in the process of doing something a little bit crazy. I've gotten a bit fed up with my Dell XPS 13 taking 3 hours to export 45-minute videos. And I figured since I'm probably going to be doing a lot of videos, I figured I should probably go about getting a better PC. And I don't really want to spend a lot of money on a computer. I enjoy buying things for cheap, but at the same time, I value my time a lot. So I don't want to spend hours and hours, and I in particular don't want to have to make sure I export only at nighttime. Like I'd like to export multiple times throughout the day, and considering I literally use my computer everywhere, I'm not at work, for example, where my computer's at home. Like I work for myself, so I study at university with my laptop, so I want to be able to use my computer at all times, basically. So I've decided to try and go about building a new-ish computer for myself to use, and at the moment I've got £698 for 32 gigs of RAM. I don't know if that's a good motherboard, but an MSI motherboard, 8 gig graphics card, a 600-watt power supply, a Corsair gaming case, 500 gig Samsung SSD, and then a Ryzen 7 processor. So, is this a good build? I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna guess not, considering I'm the guy that has been buying DDR1 and DDR2 computers for tenner. So I don't know what I'm doing. Right? Not at all. Like not even for 1 second. And if this is a good build, great. If it's not, great. Well, I'm a Dumbo. But the one thing I have checked is I've checked the used price for each one of these things, and for whatever reason, they don't drop their value at all. Like a used power supply is still the same price. The used Corsair cases are still the same price. So my hope is that if I buy it and it doesn't work, then I just sell it. I mean, obviously, I'm buying it off of Amazon as well, such that I can make sure that um I can easily return it. So that's the hope there. So what I've done is I've taken all of the items that I'm gonna get, and I've used this website pcpartpicker.com, and then I've got like a compatibility system builder thing, and so I've put in all of the stuff here, and then it's giving me some compatibility notes. So you click on that, and then it says the motherboard M2 slot shares bandwidth with SATA 6 point whatever gig ports. When the M2 slot is populated, two SATA gig ports are disabled. So I googled that a little bit, and it basically said that there's two ports that I can't use, and so just be aware of that. So that's something I need to bear in mind when I do the build. Just need to check the motherboard manual for that. The other thing is they've said something about physical dimensions, but the case that I've got, this one, the Corsair one, apparently it's a big case, and from the pictures it looks like it should be more than enough. So let's just take a look at the Amazon stuff, the Amazon pages for each one, and I'll kind of talk you through why I've gone for what I've gone for. So starting off with the CPU, I've already got an Intel i7 CPU in my Dell XPS, and I hate the bloody thing. I don't know. I expected a lot better from it, and yeah. So I've heard a lot about AMD. My lecturer, who taught me engineering systems, he was quite big on computers, and he was talking a lot about AMD and ARM. So did a bit of googling, and people seem to be very pleased with AMD. Apparently, it's just it's a cheaper version of Intel, and a lot of people are saying better as well. So I figured, you know what, just forget it. Just go with the AMD. Let's just see what it's like. So I've gone for the AMD Ryzen 7. I assume that's comparable to the Intel i7. Who knows? Um, I was initially gonna go for the Ryzen 5, but I figured 40 quid more, and I assume it's gonna be a fairly big increase in performance. So look, you got 4.3 gigahertz processor speed for the 7, and you got 3.6. So 3.6 to 4.3, 0.6. That's like what 15-20% more. So I thought it's not that much more. Why not? Let's go for it. Um, the only thing here that I needed to bear in mind was just to make sure that the motherboard that I was using could deal with that. And so I'm a bit wary on like things like here. It says RAM size 16 gig. Like what does that mean? I'm not. So I was concerned about this and I've used it, and it said that apparently here my 32 gig RAM sticks would work. So does that mean that 16 gig is the maximum, as in one stick could be? I couldn't use one 32 gig. I don't know. That's not great. But I assume the motherboard's got multiple. I know the motherboard's got multiple slots. So over there, can I get it? Yeah, over here. So maybe I could just put 4 in there. I think the max this can take is 64 gig. Let's have a look. Well, that's not good. What the hell does that mean? Why is the max 1 gig? I'm pretty sure it's 64 gig if I remember correctly. I don't know. I can't see it. Let's just type it in here. Max supported, yeah, 64 gig. Yeah. So at the moment, I'm getting the 32 gig of RAM because I'm currently using 16. And even today when I was using MATLAB, I was shocked. My XPS 13, like right now, the fans have just kicked on. I'm not even doing anything. I've got like 8 tabs open. That's it. So yeah, this bloody thing's silly. But today on the XPS, I was using MATLAB and it was using 12 gigs of RAM, and I was just shocked. I wasn't even doing anything. I made like a proper simple state machine, so that was a joke. Anyways, yeah. So this is the motherboard. You know, I keep hearing Linus Tech Tips talk about MSI motherboards, and yeah, I watched some guy's YouTube video and he recommended this motherboard. I just don't know anything about him really, so it's one of those. I don't know. I checked the used price for this, and it's the same price, 90 quid. So I figured, you know, I don't know, maybe in a year I could upgrade to a more expensive one and probably not lose much for this. So yeah, why not? So obviously, like I said, 32 gigs of RAM. At least I want double what my laptop has, because why not? Especially when I am using Premiere Pro, oftentimes it's using 15 gigs of RAM fully. So hopefully, if it continues to use 15 gigs of RAM with 32 gig, then hopefully I could still do other stuff with it as well. Then I've gone for a graphics card. I don't even know why. I mean, apparently some people, there's like this whole argument online about the graphics card makes a difference versus it doesn't make a difference. So yeah, it's 8 gigs. I don't know. I mean, with these kind of things, it's just graphics cards are a bit of a joke. Like you could go on Amazon or anywhere for that matter, and you'll see these graphics cards like £800, £1,000 for one. So yeah, I don't know. And I've got so many used ones here as well, but I assume they're nothing like this. So yeah, I've just gone for this. Don't really know why. Again, this is another one that's, you know, very hard to find. I mean, you can't even find it used. So yeah, who knows? Don't know what I'm doing. It's got HDMI. Yes. Okay. I don't have a DisplayPort cable. Okay, so then I've gone for a Samsung SSD 500 gig. I don't need that much because I'm going to be using hard drives to store my video footage on anyways. So, and I was thinking to maybe buy like a cheaper SSD. You can get those like 19, 20 quid ones. These kind of ones here. Let's see. Yeah, you can get like these SSDs, right? And then just use that to write to it. So I might even just get that 128 gig. I'll check because I don't know about compatibility wise. So that's gonna be alright. But yeah, so that's gonna be my plan with that. Basically, have the operating system on this SSD, then have another SSD for like video editing and having the files on there, and then have a hard drive also inside the computer from, you know, one of the ones that I picked up at the boot sale. Use that hard drive for actually storing, I don't know, whatever. Don't even know what I'm putting it. But yeah, and then gone for a power supply. I'm shocked by how much these power supplies cost. This is crazy, you know. Like I don't even need 600 watts. I'm actually just looking at it now. I could save a tenner. I don't know, but yeah, they cost so much. But there are some cheap ones. But then everybody's like, this cheap power supply killed my CPU, and bloody hell, I don't want 180 quid CPU being killed. You know, just because I wanted to save 20 quid. So yeah, I've gone for an expensive one just because I just don't want any problems. Really don't want any problems. And yeah, that's it. I mean, I didn't cover the case. Let's just open that one up. This is an expensive case, and I don't really know why I need it. I don't really even like the fans, the whole spinny fan thing. I only went for this one because it was part of this Amazon Prime Day deal thing. Let's show you. And when you go in their warehouse, you buy it on here, and you get 20% off. So you pay £62 and you get it for 50. But yeah, there's just so many reviews and people are proper in love with it. And I figured as well, it's got a power supply cover, and I have little kids who are menaces, and I figured that I want my power supply covered, especially because I'm not going to leave the computer on the desk because, like I said, I've got kids who are menaces, and they'll probably be on the floor very quickly. So I'm going to leave the computer on the floor, and I want to make sure that the power supply is covered. I did like this one here, but they didn't have it for on sale, and it's a lot more. It's 20 quid more if you include the discount. So I thought, yeah, let's just leave that. And that's it, yeah. So that's the plan for this build. I'm gonna go to checkout and I'm gonna pay for it. Okay, and there you go. So I don't know why it's saying one thing will be here delivered. Hopefully it doesn't. They don't deliver the SSD late or the RAM. That would be annoying. That's the RAM, isn't it? Yeah, that's the RAM. That's annoying. But look, there you go. So ordered. I hope my dad doesn't see this video. He yeah, not that I don't live with my dad or anything, but you know, he won't be happy with this kind of money being spent. Yeah, so all right, cool. That's it. And yeah, once it arrives, I'll make another video and show you how probably. Let's hope I don't break anything. Imagine I break the CPU putting it in. I mean, never done a PC, never bought a PC before, never done a PC build, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. All right, finally as well, I just added two things to it today as well. I bought these two SSDs. I figured, you know what, even though I've got the 500 gig main SSD, which is the M.2 ones, I figured I'd get these two SSDs as well and use these as like, I don't know if they're called scrubbing device. I don't know what they're really, but basically where you do all your video editing on that SSD. And then I'm also going to stick another hard drive, hopefully a 1 terabyte or larger, actually like HDD inside as well, so that way I've got the main like backup storage stuff, where I can move old files which I want to keep but aren't going to access, and then I can use these two SSDs. So I got the 128 gig SSD and 250 gig SSD. So let's just use. I never heard of the brand before, but look at the reviews. They're literally off the chart, man. 3,889, basically 4.5 star reviews. The 15 quid for the 120 gig one, and £24 for the 240 gig one. I had a look on eBay for used ones, and they were literally the exact same price as well. Just any brand used as well. There were some cheap China ones, which I might try and order them just to have a laugh, see if they actually work. But these look like they're very good, and the fact that the reviews are this good, it's amazing. So yeah, I've ordered these to add to it, and so hopefully it should be a good, fun little build. I look forward to getting it all. Let me know what you think about the build. Let me know if there's anything that you think, you know what, this is a really bad idea, Hamid. You don't want this or you don't want that. Let me know, because there is, obviously I could always return it and get something else. So yeah, please, if you got some good advice for me, let me know. If you think it's a good build as well, let me know. I'm excited. I look forward to not having to wait 2 hours, 2.5 hours to export videos. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And yeah, I will make the video when I get all the parts, hopefully Sunday or Monday.